was I talking to who told me the pistol story about you? We called you. Who?
Yeah.
Who was it? I'm trying to remember who it was.
I don't know.
Okay, so I was with somebody, and they're telling me how they were at the airport one day and saw you getting arrested for bringing a gun to the airport.
I got arrested.
And we called you. You're like, yep, that's what happened.
Yeah, I got arrested the day before they announced the pickup of the Hughleys because I was playing a gig in Westchester, Scarsdale. I was playing a gig in Scarsdale. And I'm going through JFK, and I had my pistol in the bag. And my road manager was supposed to take the pistol, but back then they had the metal detectors in front. You had to go through the metal detectors before you went to the airport.
This is pre 9/11, by the way.
Pre 9/11.
Yeah.
So I had this guy grabbed my bag. He's going through the airport. It goes off. The police arrest me. I'm at Central booking. It is the Saturday before, because the upfronts were on Sunday. So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna go to jail. It was so funny because they took my shoestrings out of my shoes and like.
Oh, they were preparing you for jail for real. Okay.
They thought I was like
hang yourself or something.
I kill myself. Like motherfucker, I'm gonna do a day. And I remember I was in the Central booking. And they left my cell open and they served food. And I was like, man, I ain't eating this shit. And I was in the cell. Anthony Mason from the New York Knicks was in, and the police said the guard said, hey. I said, nah, man, I ain't hungry. So I bought everybody that was in the jail. I bought them all pizza, like I said, you know. And I remember this gay dude came to me, do you want some spaghetti? I'm like, nah, nigga, I don't want no goddamn spaghetti. If you don't get the fuck out of here.
Do you want the spaghetti?
Do you want some spaghetti? No, motherfucker, I don't want no goddamn spaghetti. Do you know, so they left, so I made bail. I go to Central booking. It was at 9 o'clock at night. On a Saturday, they had jail. I'd never seen that shit before.
Huh.
The judge is like, well, you know, people, all these, because there had been all these people who would try to come through the airport and they had guns and all that kind of stuff. And they, like, people aren't taking our laws serious and we're going to have to impose significant bail. And she said, $1,000. I was like, nigga.
I got that on me.
Get everybody out. So I got out. I go home. I'm talking to my manager, Dave Becky, and I'm talking about ABC, and they're picking up. They said, no, man, nobody ever heard about it. I land at 6. ABC calls at 8. At 10, we back on a plane to go back to New York to get the show picked up. Huh. And my manager, Dave Becky, like, nobody's going to hear about that. And when we were at LAX at Delta Airlines, my face was in all the TVs.
You were watching the screens.
And I'm doing all these interviews, and I go to Fox News, and they weren't as crazy as they were that time. I said, so what's with the gun at the airport? I'm like, God damn. And it was a dude named Murray Richmond who said, I said, man, I can't, he said, because it was a Class D felony. If you had a gun, it was a year for every bullet you have in the pistol. And I had a Walther, yeah. So I had I had 1 in the chamber and 7 in the clip. And so he said, give me $30,000 and you'll never see jail. And I gave him a check for
Don't worry, Murray.
Don't worry, Murray.
There we go.
Murray Richmond.
Murray Richmond, yeah, the lawyer.
This motherfucker came to court months later with a OJ didn't do it tie on. I'm like, hey, man. I stayed at the Helmsley Hotel. I go to court. We get there at 8 o'clock. At 8:05, 8:10, we was walking out, and the judge apologized to us.
Apologized to
that
you?
Motherfucker said, yeah. And then later on, I saw him on trial with DMX. Like he was representing
Oh, no,
DMX.
he was representing all the rappers.
Yeah.
I think Jay-Z, everybody.
Said, man, give me 30 grand, you'll never see jail. And he said, only broke motherfuckers go to jail. I said, wow.
I like this guy.
He said that to me.